Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today, we are on Sand Scorpion. Very, very interesting and unique map. Plenty of oils and plenty of supplies. And over in the top left, we have Fargo. And people are going to be saying, is he back? Well, the answer is yes and no. The yes being that he's back active on the forums, being as toxic and as flamey as ever. And he is back in this replay, but this replay is probably like a month old or maybe even 2 months old. But he's playing as the USA in the blue color up in the top left of Sand Scorpion. Now down in the bottom right, we have none other than ExCaL himself with the purple China Vanilla. Now, when I first saw this replay, because I did just quickly check the first 10 seconds, so I've got to be careful nowadays. I've casted so many replays. Have I seen this game before? And I did think I'd seen it before, but I think we'd just seen something similar. I don't think we actually seen this particular one. So yeah, just in case you thought we'd seen this replay before, I don't think we actually have. And the reason is Fargo's going for this aggressive V that he's done in a previous game. I can't remember who he fought. Was it Size or was it ExCaL? ExCaL's Nuke? I think it was, yeah, some kind of USA against Nuke, wasn't it? Fargo against ExCaL in his same kind of spots. I think that's right, actually. A few weeks ago, we did cast a replay, and he did this similar thing. He's going for the oil capture and one fully loaded V, but I don't think it's completely fully loaded. There's 4 MDs inside of there. I don't know if there's a Ranger inside of there as well, actually. So it might be 3 in a Ranger. Might be wrong. We're going to see in a second. I was just checking in case there was an observer if this is a tournament or not. But yeah, I'm not actually sure. I know they did a number of challenges against each other. I don't know if it was that or just for fun games or whatever. This V is coming in. ExCaL already had his gap partially span up because he was targeting this dozer. He's now running away from this V a little bit, but there's actually another gap being brought in. So that was a wise decision there from Fargo to actually go back for a second, because otherwise his V could have got potentially trapped inside of there. I think the V still might have survived though, but this dozer is certainly going down, and Fargo will then only be left there on one dozer. ExCaL's got himself 1 oil. He has not gone for the middle as of yet. This single V still causing ExCaL all kinds of problems. A number of units have gone down there, and basically nothing killed for ExCaL. That 5 XP there is from actually an oil cap, I believe. Now he's got 2 oils. He's now got 10 XP. Whereas Fargo's killed loads of stuff. But as you would expect with these, it's basically like a no eco now. He's got two Vs. Is he going to get himself trapped here, though? I don't think so. I think he can still squeeze out. But actually, the Red God have actually been evacuated already behind. Fargo capturing the middle there as well, and ExCaL losing more and more units. But he's just trying to keep these Vs at bay, probably in time to get MiGs. He's got an airfield down, but no MiGs yet. He's got to time carefully when he's actually going to upgrade the Napalm, but he's actually gone for a Helix. It could be a Gatlix. Well, definitely going to be a Gatlix, I think. ExCaL going to lose another unit here. He is keeping Fargo distracted, at least, keeping him off his back in the base. That is going to go down. Is Fargo going to stop that? He does. Is he going to lose a V? I don't think so. I think that will just escape, and then he'll be able to repair it there with the ambulance. But now 2 Helixes are out for ExCaL. He's got a blob of infantry here, so that's stopping Fargo from actually pushing. But these Helixes are probably going to make Fargo go back to his base. Oh, they're actually just going to come in on top of this position. Not sure that's the wisest decision I've ever seen from ExCaL, to be honest. That's a hell of a lot of money lost there. And did he kill anything apart from 2 MDs? ExCaL did buy himself some time to actually get this supply here as well. And 1 V does go down. Ambulance taking some damage. Fargo now moving in very close range with his Vs. Clears up all the missile defenders. And yeah, I'm not really sure them Lixers were any good at all, really. They were probably better just going to the main base and actually camping the production for a second. Fargo's managed to get himself this reinforcement pad. I think if he's USA Vanilla, drop off a Crusader. ExCaL has to go into survival mode a bit now because these 3 Vs and the ambulance are pressing the front of his base. He's got a few tank hunters here and there. But eventually, you would imagine these Vs are able to break through. ExCaL needs Napalm instantly. As soon as he gets Napalm, this can be turned around, this engagement here. He's going to come in from actually the mountain. Has Fargo seen this? Apparently not. Does lose at least 1 V or 2 Vs inside of there. Loses his ambulance there as well. And another V has gone down. And all of a sudden, you see what I See what I was saying? If Fargo had pressed that like 30 seconds earlier, rather than going up here and grouping up, I feel like he had a good chance. But as soon as that MiG strike hit, that was bad news. Fargo over here doing a bit of counterattack, just harassing these trucks. ExCaL now mined out his secondary supplies. Now only on one supply and only one oil. MiG hits a single V. Will go low, but it will escape. Fargo now on double war factory rather than going for the strat. A lot of people would have opted for the strat instead to get the extra range. But if he's on double war factory, that is quite a good counter to MiGs. Because if you've got fewer Vs, higher quality, and they get shot by the MiGs, that can be very, very bad for you. But if you have loads of weaker Vs, loads of empty Vs, and the MiGs come in, the MiGs can often end up suiciding 1-for-1 or even worse. And that's bad because the MiGs are more expensive. This guy is going to get found, I think, by accident. Is Fargo going to let it go past, or has he seen it? Yeah, he should have seen it. MiGs now coming in the middle. 1V gets picked off there for free. Bunch of V's now pushing here for Fargo. He's got a Crusader that we talked about a second ago. And this Gat's actually going to get in. That's unbelievable there from Fargo. The fact that that Gat got in. Because it literally walked right past him. He's even shot it a little bit and then still let it pass. But I think he's paying attention elsewhere, maybe. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. He gets hunted by the MiGs. ExCaL does suicide a lot of stuff, though, on that. Was that two? Yeah, it's two MiGs. $2,400 to hunt Fargo there. But you could imagine he probably would have took more than $2,400 worth of damage from the A-10. It would have either hit the oil or hit the airfield or a war factory. ExCaL now going to go into survival mode, dropping down a bunker instantly. This is going to be an interesting one. I know this replay isn't the longest one in the world because I saw the size of it, only 100 kilobytes. But the fact that Fargo's been hunted, ExCal's dropping down bunkers, this is going to lead to an interesting situation regardless of the length or the size of the replay. ExCaL doesn't have chain guns, but he's actually doing surprisingly well against these Vs so far. But as soon as he starts targeting these drones overhead, that's when they're not going to do so well. Here's a flamer now for ExCaL, going to go straight to the oil. One MiG comes in. I think even though ExCaL has hunted Fargo, I think this is still going to be an overwhelming force for ExCaL to deal with. ExCal's best chance is keeping him in that choke point there, but as soon as he gets like spread out around here, that is going to be bad. I think ExCaL needs probably more bunkers. MiGs come in, pretty nice strike. A number of Vs go down. One more V goes down. There's like, what, 4 or 5 remaining, but one of them is very low. Fargo now bringing more reinforcements. He's got Avengers. Surely this is going to be Fargo's game. How can ExCaL possibly hold against all of this without many MiGs out? He's only got that one MiG. He's about to capture this oil. Fargo's still amassing units over here on this left-hand side. But Fargo doesn't even need to close down that airfield now. He can just kind of camp in this position because any MiG that comes out has to immediately help, really. And then we'll just get shot. You can imagine Fargo's just chilling here now. He's probably typing easy GG. Probably begging for his $850 back off size. ExCal's not going to be the man to pay him, I don't think. Fargo might be winning this game, but he probably lost the whole the whole set. We can pretty much guarantee that. Yeah, there's nothing ExCaL can do now. It was quite a nice play from Fargo. There was a few questionable moments where he should have pressed a little bit earlier with the Vs, where he went and regrouped up there. Once he got hunted, he knew to kind of push out. He also skipped the strategy center and actually just went for the double war factory, spamming loads of MTVs, which actually in hindsight was a pretty good decision. I think if it had gone for the strat, he probably would have lost. Maybe could have protected his dozer a little bit. ExCal's double helix didn't really do a lot there. I think that was a big mistake there from ExCaL, maybe going in the base with a napalm bomb or dropping off a flamer in the base or just harassing in the base to make Fargo go back a little bit would have been better than actually suiciding him for just the 2 MDs there in the middle. But he does have China Vanilla. It is hard, but I think it was potentially winnable there for ExCaL because at moments he was doing actually really well, especially when he did that first MiG strike with the napalm. That was like really, really decent. But yeah, it's just like the follow-up from there. Fargo just outperformed and has the better army, which is USA. But yeah, China does win a lot on that map, actually. I think it's more balanced on that map than like on other things like Tournament Desert and stuff. Yeah, because the placing of the oils, the buildings, gathering the forces on the left-hand side island and stuff like that. I think China actually does good in the choke points. But yeah, let me know if you thought in the comments. GG, well played, and see you in the next one.